A note back telling me that don't worry about that. All the school kids have heard all the words you're ever going to tell in any joke in Skaneateles, New York. So I figured that gives me a license. And what I thought I would do, in spite of the fact that we didn't have an electric sign, I was going to... My God, we were supposed to take this pad back and he just tore the top. This is the title of the first breathtaking story. It's The Naughty Judge. Now, are there any attorneys here in the room?
Not anymore.
No, attorneys love stories about judges. I don't know why, but they just do. Well, anyway, this is a favorite story of mine. And I'm going to tell it to you because it's my turn and I've been thinking about it all day. And Alan said I could. And that's good enough for me. At any rate, this judge goes to a annual judge-type party where they drink a lot of booze and do things like that there. And he drinks so much, and you'll find this difficult to believe, but he drinks so much that he throws up on himself. And he had one of those monkey suits on like I do. Incidentally, you know this is rented. And I didn't realize that it didn't have any buttons on the pants to hook the suspenders up to. So I said to my son Steve, if you go into my desk, you can get some safety pins and we can jury rig this thing so my pants with any kind of luck will stay up.
What he's trying to say is, if you see something metal coming out of your fast,
if all of the safety pins give way at once, it's going to make that tsunami look like so, anyway, the judge throws up on his tuxedo, and he wasn't like me renting a tuxedo. He owned one, but he still threw up on it, and he's a little concerned about it, of course, because he has to tell his wife what happened and explain it to her and all that kind of stuff. So what does he do? He decides to invent. I know it's hard to believe that a judge would do this, but he decides to invent a story. So he gets home that night and he says to his wife, "Darling, I decided for economic reasons to take the bus home. And I'm sitting in the bus when the kid alongside of me had a 6-pack of beer, and he's slopping it up, and all of a sudden he throws up all over me. Look at me." She looked at him, of course, and so on. So he goes to bed. And the next morning, any of you who have had mornings and evenings like this know that you do not always recall in exact detail all of the things that you have said to your loved ones the prior evening. So he gets up in the morning, a little cloudy, you know, but anyway, he goes and he gets to the courthouse. And he's sitting at his bench, and the phone rings. It's underneath the bench. The bailiff answers it and says to him, "Judge, your wife is on the phone." So he figures, now why would my wife call? Oh Jesus, he began to recall that he had told her this story about the guy throwing up on him. So anyway, he answered the phone. His wife said to him, "Honey, did that guy come up in front of you yet? You know, the one that you're going to give him 30 days for being drunk and disorderly?" And he said, "No, but he's next, and I'm going to give him those 30 days. She says, "You better give him 60, he's shitting your pants, too."